right guys? So now we can do Codeforces connect. Firstly refresh, right? Now this is the question. As a blank space question का नाम, you are given a binary array A of n elements. A binary array is an array consisting only of zeros and ones. Right. A blank space is a segment of consecutive elements consisting of only zeros. So your task is to find the length of longest blank space. So input a first line 1 into t into 100, right? Okay. Hold on guys. So this is the question. Like how to do we approaches this question, right? If we do like do think hold on guys. Sorry for background noise, right? Oh, like right, like given like the array of integers is an तक, where each element is either 0 or positive integer, right? So you need to maximum number of consecutive zeros. Like we like to open sublime text. Right. Copy. Right. So firstly we like to we only need one pass through the array, right? Right, like we only need one pass through the array to initialize two counters. Count 0 like right. Like you think like count 0 कर देंगे तो count current consecutive zeros हो जाएगा, right? And max count is equal to 0. So I store the maximum streak of zeros, right? And the second step you would like to, for each element it's 0 increment count कर देंगे and update maximum count is equal to like max slash count. Right, so we like to the code. Firstly, like so firstly we like to code hash include std attach, right? Using namespace std, right? And int main, then entity, right? Yes, and identity while t is right, and then long and right, then sin and right. What is that? Long and then we loop for and I is equal to 0, right? Right. Then we would like to function ये हो गया, right? Like input array is now like populated, right? Like long count slash of zeros is equal to 0. So variable to count spaces consecutive zeros, right? And then like long maximum is equal to 0, right? So like variable store the maximum length of consecutive zeros found, right? Then we would like to like iterate over each element. So like 4 plus and is equal to 0 and a plus, right? Then like count of zeros increment, right? So increment count, right? Increment count of the current element is 0, right? And then count slash of so this is reset count if the current element reset element is the count if the current element is not 0, right? Right. So we like to maximum slash length is equal to like maximum length and count slash of zeros. So maximum so like the output is the maximum length, right? Then we like to return 0, right? And the time complexity is big O n, right? And space complexity is also big O n. So we like to copy the code and then submit the code. What is happen, guys? Like log in, not log in, right? So we like to enter. So So we like to Gmail use, right? Here we go. Now we will like to submit the code. Then we like to paste the code and then submit. I think this is running. This will go to the run because I don't think any. Don't think, right? So it is in queue. Why this is not running? Guys. Or we will go to the second question. Or we will wait, right? Accepted, right, guys? This code is accepted now. Then the blank space is also here, right? Now, how much question is it? So the next question is coin, right? In Verland, there are two types of coins having denominations of 2 and k Verlas. Your task is to determine whether it is possible to represent n Verlas in coins, and i.e. whether there exists non-negative integer x and y such that 2 into x plus k into y is equal to n. So like input is first line contain of single 1 to 10 raised to the power 4 in number of test cases, right? Okay. You like, right? And this is the input. Firstly, like I was thinking, how can we do it? Like, right? So like this question give two coins, right? One coins का तो 2 values है, yeah. One coin का value is k values, right? So like we must determine whether it's possible to represent n burles, right? For like using any non-negative number of coins, right? So where like 2x plus ky is equal to n, right? So like if x and y greater than 0, then we must print yes if possible. Otherwise no, right? So like 2x plus ky. First we reset the canvas. Like here go 2x plus ky is equal to n कर देंगे, right? So if we like rearrange, then 2x is equal to n minus ky, right? So this right, and then this like n minus ky, right? This n minus ky, right? This n minus ky must be non-negative because x greater than 0, right? And n minus ky must be even, since 2x is even, right? This like 2x is even, right? If we like, then second step like reasoning, like reasoning modulo second, right? For parity like even odd analysis, 2x is always even, right? And therefore the parity of RHS n minus ky must also be even, right? So the like n is equal to ky, right? So the parity of n and ky must watch, right? And then third step we would like to simplify the check, right? So like we can try value of phi such that like ky and n, right? If n minus ky is even, right? Since y can be large, so we can't loop up to n because n less than 10 to the power 18, right? But you always note that but always note that k and 2 are small factor in parity sense, right? Like because like the coin value of 2 covers all even numbers, right? The only problem happens is n is odd or k is even, right? So why like that? If k is odd, we can also always adjust using k. Like once to make the total odd, since adding an odd number flips parity. Like you can give an example like take coin of k odd, the remaining n minus k becomes even. So we can fill that coins of 2, right? So that always possible when k is odd. Like if k is even, both coins denomination 2 and k are even, so any sum will always be even. Therefore if n is even, it's possible. If n is not, it's not possible, impossible, right? So we like the final condition. If k is odd, always yes, and k is even, if yes, if n is even, otherwise no, right? Right. So I think you understand what we are saying. So we would like to code in Sublime Text, right? So like so like this will the same goes, right? And long n and k, right? Like declares too long integer, right? N and k to set, right? N k, then send n k, right? The read the values of n and k from standard input, right? Firstly, then we like to check if n is even, right? Or if n minus k, right? Right. If n is like, then we would like to, if either if either condition is true, it is possible to represent n using the coins, right? If two is equal to 0, right? Hold on guys, where I do a mistake. Oh, this here is, so like we took y is equal to 0, right? We took y is equal to 0 or y1, right? Then count, right? And then we like to else count no, right? like the output, yes, if it's possible to represent n, right? So like the output, no, if it is not possible to represent. Then return, hold on guys, return 0, right? To return 0 to indicate successful execution, right? You like to copy the code, so then you like to submit the code, and then we like to paste it, right? So this will happen guys, right? Then we like to where the my code is passed or not. I think that is passed. Like I don't think any compilation error, right? I think that is passed running on test 15, 17, right? Right. So like if anyone there, please message me, right? Like where are you from and what are you doing right now? Like you're going to college or working professional, right? Accepted, right guys? So yes, this question is accepted. And these coins are also done, right? This question also done. Hold on guys. One second guys, I'm coming, like, right. So now we could do a next question, right? This working master, right? Right. So this like Yunkin is standing on an infinite plane, right? So like Yunkin is standing on an infinite plane with an Cartesian coordinate system on it, right? But in one move, she can move, right? She can move the direction, right? Diagonally adjacent. Point on the top right or the adjacent point on the left. Right. So that is if she's standing on point xy and she can either point x plus 1, y plus 1 or point x minus x minus 1 and y, right? So Yunkin initially stand at point AB and wants to move point CD, right? To find the minimum number of moves she need to make or declare that is impossible. मतलब वही कह रहा है कि Yunkin firstly stand on AB and then he would like to move CD, right? But in this space, he says that find minimum number of moves she need to make or declare it is impossible, right? The first line contains single number 1 to 10 raised to the power the number of test cases, right? So suppose we have x, y, right? Like we can use any subset of moves like in like to try reach point x and y from 0 to 0, right? So like each used move you by 1 unit in the corresponding direction, right? So we like order of move doesn't matter because you can pick any moves from the pool S. All that matter is whether you have enough moves in each required direction, right? Like if like hold on guys. Right? Right, if if x greater than 0, right? So you need to at least x, right, moves. If x less than like if x less than 0, right? So you need at least minus x, right? y greater than 0, then you need least y. If y less than 0, then you need at least minus y. So count occurrence of like x, y, right? If all satisfied, so yes, and otherwise no, right? Like suppose you have suppose you have to reach x and y, decompose into x horizontal moves and y vertical moves with appropriate signs, right? Since you can choose any moves from s and you are not forced to keep order or use all moves. The only limitation is availability count of moves in each needed direction, thus counted sufficient. Then this is the algorithm we can use, and then we will like to the code. Firstly you can see the right. Firstly we can see the input. I can, because I have right, this is the input and this is output. This is the input and output, right guys? Right. So yes, right. So you like to the code, you like to tell the code, right? So then you like as include से शुरू करते हैं. As include that's not h, right? Then using namespace std, right? Then firstly you like operation types, like to operation types, right? Then like to one like move up and right? And then you like second right is like move left, right? So first like int main, like int you, then like and like to while minus right, and then like int source is x, right? Source y, right? Then like destination x, right? And destination y, right? Then the Then we like to source and destination coordinates. So we like to send like source as and source y, right? It's like greater than destination x, and then we like to destination y, right? So like then we like step if the destination y is below the source y, right? If like if the if the destination y is below the source y, so like it is impossible to reach the destination, right? Right. So if destination x, like destination x is less than source y, like if destination y and then source y, right? So since then we can check the destination y is below source y, right? Then we would like to count minus 1, right? And so output -1 is indicating it's impossible, right? Then we like to continue, right? Then we like to step to calculate the minimum number of moves required, right? So we will like to, right? So like we can using operation type 1 like move up and right wala, right? So we like to int moves is equal to destination source y, right? And then we would like to in step 3 adjust the source x coordinate by the number of moves, right? Like since moving up and right also increases x, right? We like to increasing x, then we like to sources x to moves, right? So we like update source x after moving up and right? And when if we like in the step 4, if the destination x is the to the right of the updated source x, right? So then like it is possible, it is like impossible to reach, right, the destination. So like if like sources like x, so destination x, right? So check if the destination X is to the right, right? Then count. So we like to, but this is like output -1 indicating it's impossible, right? Then you like to continue. So move to the next test cases, right? So if the destination like X is to the left to the updated source X, right? Then you like to calculate the additional moves required, right? Using operation, right? Operation type, right? So moves plus equal to source X minus destination like X, right? Because add moves needed to match to, right? So then we like to count. So moves NL, right? So output the total number of moves, right? Then you would like to return 0, right? So yes, this is happen, and then you like to, then what is the time complexity is big one and space complexity big one, right? So like we would like to copy the code, right? We will like to and then submit it. Right. And then you think, right? So this is accepted, right? So firstly we will like to refresh. Oh, like refresh, right? And then the fourth, I think we can do 31 question. Then we can in the tomorrow we can do non-interpreting questions, right? So you need to zero, right? Right. So like like we need this. There is an array A consisting of non-negative integers, right? Non-negative integer you can choose an integer x and denote bi is equal to ai plus x for 1, right? 1 less than I less than equal to n. So where this sign plus denote the bitwise XOR operation, right? So I think, is it possible to choose such a number x let the value of the expression bi plus b2 plus so on equals to 0, right? It can be shown that if a valid number x exists, there also exists x such that, right? 0 की power 8 है. Then first like input, right? So like, right? And firstly we like to start the by simplify a1 plus x, a1 plus xor, right? Plus xor an plus x, use xor properties to regroup the a1 terms and the xz terms, right? So like how does n the number of x's affect the result, right? Then we like to check if the n is odd, if the total XOR of all array element is 0, right? XOR of all total XOR of all element is 0. So I like to compute the total XOR array if n is odd, then x is equal to total XOR, right? And if n is even, total XOR is 0 and x is 0, but else x is equal to -1, right? So you like to go like input is like 5, there is you then like to code, so where so we like to int main, right? Int main, so we like int t because number of test cases is, right? While, right, then we like to length of the array, so we like to code then we like to code, right? So we like code like while t so long and, right? Long n, the length of the array, right? Then like to and right. Sin and then sin and कर दिया and long en कैसे long right and long and right. So like array to store the elements, right? Array to store the elements, then for s int I is equal to 0 and right I plus. Right, then the loop to input array elements, right? Right, and then we like to send AI. So then we like to inputs or read, right? Then we like to long total XOR is equal to 0, right? So this is like a variable to store the XOR of all elements, right? I is equal to 0. So this is the like loop to calculate XOR of all elements, right? Then we like to total XOR to AI, right? So this is like XOR operation, right? Then we like to XOR of all elements in the arrays calculate like XOR of all elements in the array is calculated, right? Right. So if n divided by 2 is equal to 1, this is like, right? So if n divided by 2 is equal to like 1, so like check if the number is element is odd, right? Then count is equal to like total arrow handle, right? This else if like the total number of elements is even, right? Then you like to if total XOR is equal to 0, right? So like check if the XOR is 0, right? This is like then count totals plus XOR and L, right? So like output 0 if total XOR is 0, right? Then count -1, right? So like output minus if total XOR is not 0. Like return 0. And then time complexity is big O n, and n is like 1000, right? And space complexity is big O n, right? Right. So like to the so we would like to go submit it. So like we will think, I think this will run the code, right? Running on test case. Compilation error, right? In which section compilation error? 19 into 2 and total. What type of compilation error is, you guys? How can you say the compilation error? This is small letter. Hmm. Now you like, now you like, this is like, this is good, right? Now I think this is submitted, right? So like like this is you like to think submitted. I think this is gonna we do. This will accept it, right? Running on test. I think yes, this is gonna do. I think this will accept it. Yes, this is accepted, right? Now it is good. And then we like to refresh. I think this question we can do, yeah. How this question is not right? Right? Right. Now it is happened. So the next question. Right. So this question like prepend and append, right? So Timur initially had a binary string as possibly, right, of length 0. So he performed the following operation several possibly 0 times, right. So add 0 to one end of the string, 1 to other end of the string, right. For example, like starting from the string 101, I think, right. Like starting from the string 101, you can obtain 101, 10110, right. So you are given Timur final string. What is the length of shortest possible string he should have start with, right? A binary string is a string, possibly the empty string whose character are either 0 1. So the input is 1 to like 200, the number of test cases. So the first line of each test case contains an integer. Right. So like how can we done like हमें बाइनरी स्ट्रिंग दे रखी है ऑफ लेंथ n है राइट तो कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ zeros and ones and this will repeatedly do the following operation as long as possible, right. So if the correct first character and the last character of the string are different, remove both of them. तो एग्जाम्पल है 010 दे रखा है. If we like the example string में दे रखा 01010, right. The first person slides like first is also 0 and last is also 0 but not same. So remaining stop. The final string length is 5, right. Then second example like 0110, right. The first 0 and last 0 is not same. Remaining stop. Final string is 4, right. And 1001, right. 1 is also 1. Firstly like first string is also 1 and the last string is also 1. Action is not like the remaining stop, right. So we like the every operation remove two characters, one from the front and one from the back, only if they are different, right. So we are just simulate two pointers. So one is like 0, like suppose we have to L is equal like 0, right, and R is equal like n minus 1. So if we like L less than R and SL is not equal to SR, so increment L and decrement R, right. So at the end the remaining length is like remaining R minus L plus 1, right. So like take S1010. So like s is like 101, so n is equal to 4, and step 1 s is 0 is 1, s3 is equal 0 1. Remove l is equal to 1 and r is equal to 2, right? And the second step, we would like to s1 is like 0, s2 is like 1, and remove l is like 2 and r is 1. So loop end, remaining r minus l plus 1 is like 1 minus 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Right. So I think we would like to the code also coding, right? Like my phone is overheat right now. Right. So now we will open Sublime. So yes, include beds std c++ dot h, right, and using namespace std, right? So like entity, right, and then t, like then we would like to long like, right? So we like to long and, right, so we like to length of Timur's final string, right? Then like to send and, right, then a string s, right, send and then s, right, initialize the answer to the length of the final string, right? So then long answer is equal to n, and second like initialize, like initialize pointer to the start and end of the string, right? Initialize pointer to the start and end of the string. Long left is equal to 0. Right. Then like in iterate, while the left pointer is less than or equal right pointer, right? So like this, like while like left left like left left less than equal to right, right? So loop runs at most n times, right? So if character at the current pointers are different, right? If like current pointers are different, right? So like if s left is f left to s, so answer equal to 2, right? Because reduce the answer by 2 as these characters can be removed, right? Then like to else break, right? Break like stop if characters are the same, right? And move the left pointer to the right, right? And the